Good afternoon, fellow rednecks. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on a little motorcycle fender that's been giving me fits, but maybe I can share my experiences and it'll help somebody. We're doing body work on a budget here. We had a fender that had some nicks in it that was very apparent to the bike that I am trying to sell, so I'm trying to refinish. What we got going, I'll show you. So what we got going, we're using this Bondo glazing and spot putty. It doesn't need a catalyst. You just put it on. You make sure your nick is sanded and clean. Clean it without lacquer thinner, alcohol, or both. And then wet sand it. Now I've been using 400 and 1000. Now yesterday I used 1000 because my clear decided to wrinkle. However, the black did not become affected, and the way I eliminated that problem was I used my Harbor Freight heat gun, and I cooked. This would not fit in the house stove, so I used my heat gun on high from underneath the fender to bake on this black so it wouldn't give me fits like it's been doing. And then what I'll do, I will hold this on here till it gets to 200 plus, low 200s, and that way the black is cooked and it won't come off. So the next step is to try to clear this thing again. I think what's happening, I'm using Krylon black gloss enamel. Got this at Walmart for $4 and change. And then I had some Rust-Oleum clear gloss. Now this stuff, you got to put the clear on in a gloss. You can do the black and have it not in super glossy shape. The problem with the clear is it tends to wrinkle if you go back over it. So what you got to do is you got to make sure that you hit it one time and don't come back over that spot again until she's good and dry, and maybe not even the second coat, because it's got to go on as gloss. It can't be light, misty, orange peely. And anyway, after my 5th attempt, I wet sanded the spot that became wrinkled, but it was just a clear coat, wasn't the black, so I was happy about that. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down with alcohol. I'm going to blow it off with compressed air. I'm going to heat it up just a little, or maybe not, maybe I will, and then hit it with clear. All right, I'll show you the end result here when I'm done. Okay, one more thing. I found a dimple in the paint right there in the middle there somewhere, and you want to use a sanding block, because when you fill in a dent and you try to wet sand it with your finger, then you make an impression. You don't want it to be an impression, you want it to be flat. So these rubber blocks or sanding blocks, I ordered a quarter sheet. They're widely available for a few dollars. Mine is older than most of you watching this channel. So, but anyway, what you want to do is make sure she's straight and flat as best you can. And of course, the next step is get all this wet sand dirt off here, the residual, and then blow it off, dry it off, heat it up just a tad, make sure it's good and dry. All right, we'll keep working on her. All right, one more else thing, you need vinyl or some sort of gloves. You don't want to get your oil from your sweat and your hands on there when you're cleaning it with alcohol, or that'll keep your paint off your hands too. Now I propped this up pretty good, so I'm going to try to get this all in one shot. I'm going to start from an end and work my way across. I did it lengthwise last time, but by the time I came back to the far beginning of the end, that's where I had the wrinklage. So we're going to try to do it crisscross, that is at 90 degrees, going from one end to the other widthwise. Let's try it. Still working on it. Clean it and blow it off and then paint. Well, we finished painting. I'll show you the good side first. Came out pretty good. Minimal orange peel. Again, I got a little dull spot. That's not going to cut it. Black is the hardest to paint because it shows every little imperfection. And then we have the wrinklage again. I don't know why. This one spot had too much paint, I guess, and got under and mixed with the... So we got to wet sand it again when she's good and dry. The fender from hell. But, excuse me, it's a body shop on a budget. And if it wasn't for that one spot, I could probably get away with everything else. But the wrinklage ain't gonna cut it. So I'll cook it with a heat gun, get it up to about 200, let it dry good, wet sand it again, try one more time. I obviously put too much paint on right in this area because it started to run. And I don't know why, but it did. Anytime you have a downslope on product you're trying to paint, chances of running are quite a bit more probable. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Since I can't finish the job until this is dry, good and dry, I will wet sand it again and do it one more time again. This is probably going to be like the 7th time, and yeah, it's kicking me, but it is a budget item. All I have is time on my hands, I guess, right? Or I'll have to find time. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Please like and subscribe and share. And I hope, if you haven't already, I hope I earned your subscription today. And if you wish, click the bell, and show all, and that'll give you alerts as to a new video coming up. I got a bunch of ideas, videos in queue, so we'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching, and God bless.